Sagittarius, it is the 13th of August, 2026, and I need you to hear me clearly, because what the cosmos has placed in front of you today is not small, it is not ordinary, and it is not something you should scroll past. The title you saw was not an accident. A doctor, whether that doctor is a literal healer walking into your life, or the universe itself stepping in as the physician of your soul, has discovered something, a miracle, a release, a freeing so complete, so total, that the chains you didn't even realize were wrapped around your chest are about to fall away and clatter to the ground. You have been carrying something heavy, Sagittarius. You have been waiting for a verdict, for an answer, for permission to finally breathe, and today, the answer arrives. But here is the twist that will make your heart race. This miracle was never supposed to come this soon. You were meant to suffer a little longer. And yet something you did. Some prayer you whispered at 3 in the morning shifted the timeline. You broke through early, and now the universe is scrambling to hand you what you earned. Before I reveal the full reading, tell me in the comments, where in the world are you watching from right now? Drop your country, drop your city. And if this message found you at the exact moment you needed it, press that like button, subscribe, and share this with one Sagittarius who has been quietly breaking. Because what I'm about to unfold for you, it changes everything by sundown. Sagittarius, beloved archer, child of Jupiter and flame, I want you to take a breath with me right now. A real one, the kind that fills your lungs so completely that your ribs ache just a little. Because for weeks, maybe months, you have been breathing in shallow, careful sips of air, as if taking a full breath would somehow disturb the fragile arrangement of your life, as if exhaling fully would mean admitting how tired you are, how worried, how quietly terrified you have been that the thing you are waiting for, the diagnosis, the answer, the resolution, the door that refuses to open, might never come, but it is coming, and it is coming in the form of a miracle. Now, when I say the word miracle, I do not mean it lightly. I do not mean a small convenience or a pleasant coincidence. I mean the kind of intervention that makes a doctor pause mid-sentence, look up from a chart, and say, I don't fully understand what happened here, but you are free. I mean the kind of cosmic reversal where the thing you feared most simply dissolves, evaporates, loses its authority over your body, your mind, your future. The universe has been running tests on your situation behind the scenes, Sagittarius. The stars have been consulting with one another. Jupiter, your ruling planet, has been in deep negotiation with Saturn, and what they have agreed upon is this. The sentence you thought was permanent has been commuted. The limitation you accepted as your reality was never actually yours to carry. And today, on this 13th day of August, the paperwork of your release is being signed in the spiritual realm. There is something deeper here, though, and I need you to stay with me, because this is where the reading gets tender, you see. The reason this miracle hits you with such force is because of how long you waited in the dark before it arrived. You doubted. Oh, how you doubted. You lay awake wondering if you had done something wrong, if you had angered the universe, if you were being punished for some forgotten mistake. You watched other people receive their answers, their healings, their breakthroughs, and you thought, why not me? What is wrong with me that I am still stuck in this corridor while everyone else walks into the light? That doubt became a second wound on top of the first. The waiting became its own suffering. The silence became its own diagnosis. And I want to tell you gently, with both hands cupped around your weary heart, none of that was true. You were not forgotten. You were not punished. You were being prepared. The tarot confirms this for me right now. I am pulling the energy of the hanged man reversed, and what it tells me is that a period of suspension is ending. The ropes around your wrists are being untied, not because you struggled, but because the time of hanging has simply completed itself. Beside it, the star card glows with that quiet, watery hope. The kind that comes after the storm has exhausted itself. The star says, you are allowed to heal now. You are allowed to be optimistic again. The worst of the medical worry, the financial terror, the heartbreak that made your chest feel hollow, it is passing. And beneath both of those cards, I sense the energy of the Ace of Cups overflowing, spilling grace into your hands whether you feel deserving of it or not. And before I go further, small and gentle reminder, Sagittarius. This is a general reading. It is a broad channel of energy sent out to every Sagittarius watching today. Your intuition is the final filter. If a word lands in your chest and rings true, keep it. If it passes over you like wind, let it go. You are the ultimate authority over your own story. This is guidance, not gospel. This is a lantern held up to the path, not a command about where you must walk. Now, let me tell you what is coming next in this reading, because I do not want you to go anywhere. We are going to walk through your love life, and for some of you, there is a conversation that has been avoided for far too long that finally happens this week, and it heals more than you expect. We are going to look at your career, because there is a door at work that you assumed was locked, and it is not. We are going to speak about money, because the pressure you have felt, that grinding, relentless weight on your shoulders regarding finances, is about to be lifted in a way that feels almost embarrassing in its simplicity. We will speak of your health, your family, your energy, your focus if you are a student, and I will reveal the 3 zodiac signs that are magnetically drawn to you right now. But first, if you are still here, if your heart is still open, if you felt even one sentence in these first minutes, reach into you and squeeze gently. I am asking you to press the like button. Not for me. For the algorithm that will carry this message to another Sagittarius who is sitting in a hospital waiting room right now, or staring at a bank account, or crying in a bathroom stall at work, wondering if anyone sees them. Your like sends this video to them. Your subscription tells the universe you are ready to receive daily. Do it now and then come right back, because I am about to reveal your lucky numbers and your lucky color, and you will want to write these down. Your lucky numbers for today, the 13th of August, 2026, are 7, 14, 23, 38, and 42. 7 is your anchor number today. It is the number of spiritual completion, of a cycle finishing so that a new one can begin. You will see it appear in small ways. A clock reading, a receipt, a page number. When you see it, whisper, I am being freed. 14 and 23 are your action numbers, if a decision has been stalled. These numbers mark the window in which you should move. 38 is your protection number. Keep it in mind during any medical appointment or difficult conversation. And 42 is your abundance frequency. It signals that money or resources are being rerouted toward you from a source you had stopped expecting. Your lucky color today is golden amber, not bright aggressive gold, not pale, timid yellow amber warm. Ancient, the color of honey held up to sunlight, the color of old temples, the color of the fire that does not destroy but transforms. Wear it if you can, a scarf, a shirt, a stone. Even just visualize it wrapping around your solar plexus like a soft, glowing bandage. Let it remind your body that you are healing, that you are warm, that you are no longer in the cold corridor of waiting. The universe is also showing me that your mindset in the coming days must shift from endurance to reception. You have been in survival mode so long that receiving feels dangerous. Joy feels suspicious. Relief feels like the calm before another blow. But I need you to practice, actively, deliberately, letting good things land without bracing for the next hit. You are allowed to exhale. You are allowed to say, this is mine, and it is not being taken back. Your self-worth is not negotiable today. The cosmos is not asking you to earn this miracle. It is asking you to accept it. Sagittarius, come closer now. I want you to imagine we are sitting together in a small candlelit room. The air smells of cedar and warm wax. There is no judgment here. There is no rush. There is only what the cards want to show you and what your soul has been quietly begging to hear. I am laying them out for you now, one by one, and I want you to receive each image not as prediction, but as medicine. The first card that falls is the Tower, reversed. And before your chest tightens, before your mind races to catastrophe, let me stop you gently. The Tower reversed is not destruction. It is the destruction that already happened. It is the earthquake that shook you 3 months ago, 4 months ago, the one that cracked the foundation of something you thought was solid. A relationship. Body, career path, belief about who you were supposed to be, that tower has already fallen. Sagittarius, you are standing in the rubble, yes. But you are standing, and the reversed position tells me the shaking has stopped. The dust is settling. You are no longer in the collapse, you are in the aftermath, and the aftermath is where rebuilding begins. The miracle the doctor discovers, whether literal or spiritual, is the moment someone looks at the rubble and says, the damage is not as deep as we feared. You can recover. You will recover. Beside the tower reversed, the Queen of Wands appears. And she is you. She is the version of you that exists on the other side of this waiting. She is warm. She is bold. She laughs with her whole throat. She walks into rooms without apologizing for taking up space. She has been through fire. And the fire did not make her smaller. It made her golden. The Queen of Wands is the universe showing you your own future face, saying, this is who you become when you stop doubting your right to heal. This is who you are when the miracle lands and you finally let it. And beneath her, the Ten of Swords, but look closely. The figure in the Ten of Swords is lying face down, yes. The swords are in the back, the sky is dark. But on the horizon, and this is the detail most people miss, the sun is rising, the worst is over. The 10 swords represent the 10 worries, the 10 sleepless nights, the 10 times you whispered, I can't do this anymore. And the card says, you don't have to do it anymore, it is finished. The sun is coming up whether you believe it or not. There is something deeper here, and I need you to hear it in your body, not just your mind. Your health, Sagittarius. Let us speak of it tenderly, because I know this is where the fear has been sharpest. Some of you have been carrying a symptom, a shadow on a scan, number in a blood test that made your stomach drop. Some of you have been waiting for a callback, a follow-up, a second opinion. Some of you have simply felt wrong in your body, tired in a way that sleep cannot fix, heavy in a way that has no logical explanation, and the shame of it. The guilt of being tired, the frustration of your own flesh feeling like a stranger. The cards tell me this. The healing is not only coming, it has already begun at the cellular level. The Ace of Cups I mentioned earlier is pouring water into your body right now. Not metaphorically, spiritually, energetically, something is being flushed, released, dissolved. The medical miracle the title speaks of is this. A treatment works that you thought would not. A symptom fades that you had made peace with carrying forever. A doctor says words you had rehearsed yourself to never hear in the positive direction. It's benign. It's clearing. You are in remission. The inflammation is gone. You are free to go, for some of you. The miracle is simply permission to stop being afraid. And that, in itself, is a healing so profound it rewires your nervous system. Rest, Sagittarius. I am commanding you gently. Rest without guilt. Rest without earning it. Your body has been running a marathon of anxiety, and it needs you to set down the weight and say, you have carried enough. Drink water, step into sunlight. Let the golden amber warmth soak into your skin. Your body is not your enemy. It is your ally, and it is fighting for you even in the moments you feel it failing. The universe is also showing me your work life, and here the energy shifts from healing to momentum. You have been stuck in a role, project, a routine that drained you without giving back. You felt invisible in meetings. You felt your ideas absorbed without credit. You felt the slow erosion of your fire, your Sagittarian blaze, reduced to a flicker under fluorescent office lights. That era is closing, not with a dramatic explosion, but with a quiet, undeniable shift. A conversation this week, perhaps Thursday, perhaps Friday, plants a seed. Someone sees you, someone says your name in a room where decisions are made. A project that was stalled gets greenlit. A client, colleague, superior acknowledges something you did weeks ago, and that acknowledgement becomes a door. If you're searching for work, Sagittarius, I need you to hear this with your whole chest. The rejection was redirection. Every no was the universe pruning branch so the tree could grow in the direction it was always meant to grow. The right role is not the one you are forcing. It is the one that will feel like exhaling, and it is closer than you think. Apply this week. Send the email you have been drafting and deleting for 6 days. Make the call. Update the profile. The energy of Jupiter is at your back, and Jupiter does not do small. Jupiter opens cathedral doors. There is a job, Sagittarius, that has your name written on it in golden ink. And the hiring process, the interview, the handshake, it is already in motion. You just cannot see it yet because you are still standing in the corridor of the old waiting. But the corridor is ending. The light at the far end is not a train. It is a doorway. Walk toward it. And I feel a turn here, softening. Because after all this talk of work and healing and momentum, your heart whispers, but what about love? What about the person I miss? What about the loneliness that creeps in at 11 p.m.? When the house is quiet, I hear you, I see you, and I will speak to your heart next. Sagittarius, place your hand over your chest for a moment. Feel that steady drumbeat beneath your palm. That heart has been through so much in the last year. It has been clenched, guarded, rehearsing speeches it never delivered, replaying conversations that ended too soon. And now the cards are asking it to soften, not to break open recklessly, not to hand itself to the first warm hands that reach for it, but to soften, to remember that tenderness is not weakness, that love, real love, does not require you to perform strength. For those of you in a relationship, in a marriage, in a partnership that has weathered storms you never thought you would survive together, the energy between you and your person is shifting from survival mode back into sweetness. There has been a distance. Not cold, cruel distance. A tired distance. the kind that creeps in when two people are both carrying too much and neither knows how to say, I need you tonight, not for passion, just for closeness. The Six of Cups appears for you here, and it is the card of nostalgic tenderness, of remembering why you chose each other before the logistics of life made everything transactional. This week, a small gesture breaks the ice. A hand on the small of the back. A cup of tea made without being asked. A sentence that begins with, I've been thinking about us and I want, and the wall comes down, not all at once. But the first brick is removed, and through the gap you see each other clearly again. You remember, and remembering is its own kind of miracle. If there has been a wound between you, a betrayal, misunderstanding, a silence that calcified into pride, the healing conversation is approaching, not because one of you is wrong and the other is right, but because the universe has decided you have both suffered enough in separate rooms. The words will come awkwardly. They will come with trembling, but they will come, and what follows will feel like setting down luggage you carried across a continent. The universe is also showing me these singles, and I want you to listen closely, because this is not what you expect. You have been telling yourself you are fine alone, and you are whole. You are complete. You do not need another person to validate your existence. And yet, there is a quiet grief at the empty side of the bed. A small ache when you see two hands intertwined on a CAF table. And I want to honor that ache without letting it convince you that you are broken. You are not broken. You are in a season of sacred preparation. The Two of Cups is not far from you, Sagittarius. But before it arrives, the universe insists on one thing, that you stop auditioning for love, stop shrinking, stop performing the version of yourself you think someone else wants. The person coming toward you is drawn to your fire, your laughter, your unapologetic truth. They are not looking for a smaller you. They are looking for the you that exists when you forget anyone is watching. And that person is closer than the season suggests. A social gathering, a mutual friend's introduction, a message that arrives from nowhere from someone you met briefly months ago. The spark is not dramatic. It is warm. It is the amber glow of your lucky color made flesh. Let it approach without armor. There is something deeper here. And it concerns your finances because I know that the money pressure has been a living thing sitting on your chest at night. You have been doing the math in your head at 3 in the morning. Rent, bills, the thing that broke, the thing you cannot afford to fix. The quiet humiliation of saying no to something small because the numbers do not allow it. You have been proud and you have been silent and you have been terrified. And I want to say to you with the full weight of the cosmos behind my words, the pressure is breaking, not slowly, not in 6 months, now, this week. The Eight of Pentacles reverses, and the grinding, endless labor that produced little reward is shifting into the upright position. Effort begins to yield, the wheel turns. A payment arrives that was delayed. A refund appears. A side conversation about money leads to an opportunity you did not chase. Someone owes you and they remember. Or a source you had written off, an old client. Forgotten investment, a family obligation, releases funds in your direction. You do not need to hustle harder this week, Sagittarius. You need to open your hands. The abundance is not coming to the clenched fist. It is coming to the open palm. Relax your grip on the fear. Say to the universe, I am ready to receive and mean it. The golden amber light pools in your financial sector like warm honey filling a jar. It is slow, but it is steady, and it will not stop until the jar is full. And now your family. Oh, your family. The Four of Wands appears, and it is the card of homecoming, of the table set, of the door unlocked and the chairs pulled out. But before the gathering, there is a boundary that must be spoken. Someone in your family has been taking from your energy without replenishing it. Someone calls only when they need. Someone guilt trips you with silence. And you have been absorbing it because you are the archer, the optimist, the one who keeps the peace. The cards say gently, you are allowed to say no and still be loved. You are allowed to protect your peace without being the villain. Set the boundary this week, not with rage, not with a slammed door, with a calm, steady sentence. I love you. And I cannot do that. And then hold the line. The family table resets after that conversation. Not everyone will be comfortable. But the ones who truly love you will pull their chair closer, not further away. There is a reunion here too. A sibling, parent, cousin you lost touch with over something small that grew teeth in the silence. A phone call breaks the spell. The voice on the other end says, I miss you, and the years collapse into a single afternoon. You are allowed to forgive without forgetting. You are allowed to rebuild without pretending nothing happened. The bridge is being rebuilt plank by plank, and you do not have to build it alone. Your heart is lighter now. I can feel it in the energy of this reading. The knot is loosening, the breath is deepening, and we are not finished yet, Sagittarius. I want you to notice something right now. In this very moment, as my words reach you through the screen, your shoulders have dropped. Just a fraction, just enough. Your jaw has unclenched. Your breath has shifted from that shallow, guarded sipping into something longer, something that reaches the bottom of your lungs. Do you feel that? That is not coincidence. That is the energy of this reading doing what it was sent to do. That is the first wave of the miracle touching your nervous system and whispering, you can put the armor down now. The battle you were bracing for has been called off. Your energy over the past weeks has been fractured, split between the person you needed to be in the world, functional, composed, smiling through the ache, and the person you were behind closed doors, the one who stared at the ceiling and whispered, how much longer? The duality exhausted you. The performance exhausted you. And the guilt of being exhausted exhausted you further, until you were running on fumes and calling it faith. But the fumes are gone, Sagittarius. The tank is being refilled, not all at once. You will not wake up tomorrow transformed into someone unrecognizable, but the refill has begun. You will notice it in small ways this week. A morning where you wake before the alarm and do not dread the day. An afternoon where you laugh, really laugh, the kind that surprises you because you had forgotten the sound of your own joy. An evening where you sit in silence, and the silence is not heavy but spacious. That is your energy returning. That is the golden amber light settling into your bones and saying, you are safe now. You are safe now. You are safe now. The universe is also showing me that your emotional state is moving through rebirth, not the gentle, poetic rebirth of greeting cards. The kind that looks like grief before it looks like joy. You may cry this week, unexpectedly in the shower, in the car, at a red light, while washing a dish, and the tears will not be sadness. They will be release. They will be the body saying, I held this for you as long as I could, and now I am letting it go. Let them fall, do not swallow them back, do not apologize for them. They are the last residue of the old waiting leaving your system, after the tears. There will be a clarity so sharp it will feel like stepping outside after a 3-day storm and seeing every leaf, every edge, every color for the first time. There is something deeper here, and it reaches toward the students among you, the learners, the ones bent over books and screens trying to build a future one page at a time. If you are a student, Sagittarius, I see you. I see the frustration of reading the same paragraph 4 times and absorbing none of it. I see the comparison. The quiet poison of watching peers seem to grasp what eludes you. I see the fear that you are not smart enough, not fast enough, not built for this. And I need the cards to speak directly to that fear, because it is a lie dressed in logic. The Page of Swords appears for you, and this page is the eternal student, the curious mind, the one who learns not in straight lines but in spirals. Your understanding is not slower, it is deeper. You are building foundations while others build facades. And when the exam comes, when the project is due, when the moment arrives to prove what you know, the knowledge will rise in you like water from a deep well. Trust your pace, trust your spiral. The Three of Wands confirms that what you are studying now will carry you further than you can currently see. It is not just for a grade, it is for a door that opens 2-3 years from now. Study with patience. Rest without guilt. Your mind is a Sagittarian mind. It learns through expansion, through curiosity, through connecting the dots others miss. Give it space, and it will astonish you. And now, Sagittarius, let me speak of the souls walking toward you. Because you do not walk this path alone, and the stars have marked 3 signs as particularly significant for you in this season. Aries, fire meets fire. If an Aries is in your life right now, a friend, lover, a colleague, they are your accelerant. They push you when you stagnate. They challenge you when you settle. But more than that, this Aries sees your miracle before you do. They will be the one to say, look at you, look how far you've come. Let them say it, receive it. Do not deflect their admiration with false modesty. The Aries energy in your orbit this week is the spark that lights your golden amber glow into full flame. Leo. Oh, Leo. The lion walks beside you with a warmth that feels like sunlight on bare skinches. This Leo connection, whether romantic, familial, or deeply platonic, is your mirror of self-worth. They love loudly. They celebrate you without conditions. And in a season where you have been whispering to yourself that you are not enough, the Leo in your life shouts the opposite. They remind you that you are royal, that you take up space beautifully, that your joy is not too much. Lean into this connection. Let them spoil you a little. You have earned softness, and Pisces, the gentlest, most unexpected ally. Pisces brings the water your fire needs, not to extinguish you, but to cool the places where you have burned too hot, too long, too alone. A Pisces in your orbit right now offers intuition, emotional depth, and a safe harbor for the tears I told you are coming. They will not try to fix you. They will simply sit beside you in the mess and say, I'm here. And that presence will be its own medicine. Honor the Pisces energy. Do not mistake their softness for weakness. Their quiet is where your healing pools and gathers strength. You are surrounded, Sagittarius. You are held. You are not walking into this freedom alone, even in the moments it feels that way. And I feel the reading drawing toward its final chamber now, the last room. The place where I leave you with a blessing pressed into your palms like a warm stone. But before I do, there is one more thing the universe insists I say. Sagittarius, we have arrived at the final room of this reading, and I want you to settle into it the way you settle into a bed after the longest day of your life. The sheets are cool. The pillow holds the exact shape your head needs. And for the first time in a very long time, you do not have to set an alarm. You do not have to rehearse tomorrow. You do not have to be strong for anyone in this moment. You just have to be here. You just have to receive. And what I am about to place in your hands is not a prediction. It is not a guarantee etched in stone that must come to pass in a specific shape, on a specific day, through a specific door. This reading is a lantern. It is a whisper from the cosmos that says, look here, look this way. Do you see the light? It was always there. You simply forgot to turn your head. Your free will remains sovereign. Your choices remain yours. The stars illuminate the path, but you walk it with your own 2 feet, at your own pace, in your own sacred rhythm. So take what resonates. Hold it close. Let it be the sentence you whisper to yourself when the doubt creeps back in at 2 in the morning. And if a word did not land, if a passage drifted over you like wind through an open window, release it with gratitude and keep only what made your chest tighten with recognition. You are the final authority. You are the final filter. You are the final yes or no. But oh, Sagittarius, if even one sentence in this entire reading made you exhale, if even one image, the golden amber light, the Queen of Wands laughing, the sun rising behind the Ten of Swords, the Doctor saying, you are free, if even one of those landed in you like a seed finding soil, then I need you to know this. It was not random. You were not meant to find this video by accident. The universe has been trying to reach you for days, maybe weeks, through signs you dismissed, through coincidences you waved away, through a feeling in your gut you talked yourself out of trusting. And today, through this voice, through these words, the message finally broke through. You were meant to hear it. You were meant to hear it now, in this body, in this season, in this exact configuration of your life. The miracle is not coming. The miracle is here. It is in the breath you just took that went deeper than the last one. It is in the loosening of the knot behind your sternum. It is in the permission you are finally giving yourself to stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. The shoe is not dropping, Sagittarius. The storm has passed. The doctor has looked at the chart and smiled. The verdict is freedom. The sentence is life. The treatment is rest and joy, and the slow, sacred rebuilding of a world that no longer requires you to be afraid. You are not the same person who pressed play on this video. Something in you has shifted. A belief has softened. A grip has loosened. A prayer you sent weeks ago has been answered in a language you are only now learning to translate. And that is the miracle, not the dramatic, cinematic kind, the quiet kind, the kind that changes the temperature of a room without anyone seeing the flame. So here is what I ask of you, gently, with tenderness, with both hands open. If this reading touched you, if it reached into the dark room where you have been sitting alone and cracked the window just enough for a ribbon of golden light to fall across your face, press the like button, not for the algorithm, for the Sagittarius in another country, in another time zone, who will find this video at 3 in the morning when they cannot sleep and need to hear that they are not forgotten. Subscribe and return tomorrow, because the cosmos speaks daily, and your reading changes with the turning of the sky. Share this with one person, the one who comes to mind right now, the one whose name just flashed in your thoughts. Send it to them. You do not need to explain. They will know. They will feel it the way you felt it. And if you are watching this from a hospital waiting room, from a parked car in a grocery store parking lot, from the bathroom floor with your knees pulled to your chest, I see you. I see you. You are not invisible. You are not a burden. You are not too much, and you are not too little. You are a Sagittarian soul in the middle of a sacred unraveling, and the unraveling is not the end. It is the beginning of every beautiful thing you have been promised. I bless you now, Sagittarius. I bless your body with healing, with rest, with the memory of what it feels like to be pain-free and unafraid. I bless your heart with softness, with the courage to love again after the ache, with the knowledge that you are worthy of a love that stays. I bless your hands with abundance, with open palms, with the end of counting coins in the dark. I bless your mind with clarity, with focus, with the silence between thoughts where peace lives. I bless your spirit with fire, not the destructive kind. The golden kind, the amber kind, the kind that warms without burning, the kind that lights the path for others without diminishing your own flame. You are freed, Sagittarius. You are released. You are held. You are protected. You are loved by a universe that spent months preparing this miracle just for you, and it will not take it back. It will not take it back. It will not take it back. Walk into the rest of your day with your shoulders down. Walk into tomorrow with your chin lifted. Walk into the rest of your life knowing that the waiting is over. The verdict is joy, and the doctor of the cosmos has signed your release papers in golden ink. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting these words inches. I will see you tomorrow for your next reading. Until then, breathe deep, Archer. The arrow is no longer pulled back in tension. It is in flight, and it is flying toward everything you deserve. Go in peace. Go in amber light. Go in the certainty that you are and have always been exactly where the universe needs you to be. The reading is complete. The miracle is yours. You are free. End of reading. End of chapter. End of waiting, Sagittarius. You made it.